This is Sarah, New Life on Homestead, and tonight we are going to have some brown bag baked chicken. You take a whole chicken, either store-bought or one you butchered yourself, either or. Make sure you know it's cleaned, and you rinse it off in the sink before you start getting it ready, which I've already done all that. And then just take a towel and pat it dry. That way you ain't baking all that water and stuff on it. This one is a bit flabby here. You would remove any extra fat that you see on it, which this one don't really have a whole lot of fat. Here's my chicken, and then you're going to take an onion, cut it in half or so. I got about a quarter of an onion here. It's a small chicken. But take the onion, just shove it right up inside there, like you would be doing for stuffing or something. Break it up, and then you're going to take a smidge of butter, about a tablespoon maybe. We like a lot of butter though, so you just cut some off, throw that up in there. That'll get all melty. And then you would have, the recipe calls for rosemary. I don't have rosemary, so we are going to be using some basil inside of my chicken here. And then, you know, whatever you think's better, whatever flavor you like. You can use any kind of herbs, but definitely the salt, pepper, paprika. So anyhow, fill it up with your herb of choice. You see in there? Onion, butter, basil. There you go. It's a pretty full little bird. Salt and pepper inside of it. And then you'll do salt and pepper on the outside of it briefly here, just a quick little cover. And then the goal is paprika. Use about a tablespoon or so. Oven's ready at 400. Now I just sprinkle all over it because it is so good that way. And then I'll just pat it on there because once it starts cooking in the bag, and then it'll start to run off some. And I don't want that. I want all the paprika on it I can have. So there's that, like this. And then the next thing is to just put it in the brown bag. So I got a regular old store bag. It's a bit long, but whatever. Now, take it, put the whole chicken into the brown bag. It's in there. And put it in a cast iron or on a cookie sheet or whatever you're using. And tie up or fold up your bag. That's going to help keep all of the juices in and bake it to pretty much perfection for dinner. And then put it in the oven. Do not let it touch your heating elements or burners or anything like that, because that is where you will get fire. But it's placed in there, not touching anything, and it'll cook for an hour and a half to 165 degrees, and then serve it while it's warm. And it is the best baked chicken my family has ever eat. So anyhow, we'll see it in about an hour and a half. Okay, so it's been cooking for just over an hour and a half. So let me open it up here and we'll test it, see what temperature we are at here. Ooh, it's a warm one. Okay, so that's showing to be about 150 right now, so we've still got some time to get going on this. There we go. Let's get it inside the chicken. It's about 158, so I'm going to stick it back in for a bit longer yet, but that's what she's looking like. Looking pretty good. Okay, so it's done. It was 168 actually, to be exact. Still got a few feathers on it from my son cleaning it, but when it cools off a little bit, we'll cut it up, and that's what we're having for dinner. So there we go.